It was not. You know, I'm not used to being in the middle of pay-per-view promotion, certainly not in that sense. And I have no desire to really insert myself into it, but Conor has inserted me, and the chips will fall where they may.
To your credit, you seem to react well to a funny moment, but we know Larry Merchant had his famous moment to Floyd in response. Do you have any regrets of not kind of firing back in the moment to him?
No, at this point, no. Again, I think it's, you know, typically I'd like to think that I'll take the high road most of the time. Having said that, I've got a temper just like anyone else, and we'll see. It's been a long couple days already.
Steve, did Les Moonves call you after that? Because he's well known to the public. You're a TV exec who's not as well known, so you're getting Moonves territory. I wonder if you
yeah, I've got a way to go before I'm in Moonves territory. He and I and other senior techs have been, he's been watching it closely. He's in some valley at the conference, but he is definitely of what I'll describe as sort of an extreme foul. You know, something out of the ordinary beyond what would be a normal, quote-unquote, boxing foul. I'm not sure how it's structured, but it was enough to be a significant disincentive. Having said that, you know, if you know anything about the two guys, you know that they're, you know, this isn't WWE. It's not family friendly. You know, do I condone all of the language? No, but at the same time, this is combat sports, and you know, tempers are flaring. It's getting heated, and it is very authentic and off the cuff. And I don't excuse it, but I certainly understand where it comes from.
Steve, you get the impression, you just said it's, you know, it's real sort of fire between these guys. I kind of get the impression, though, yes, watching the interaction between Floyd and Conor, that it was kind of like with a wink. I kind of got a feeling that they kind of like each other. Like that Floyd appreciates what Conor's bringing and Conor the same way.
Well, there's two aspects of it. You know, and Floyd's actually been relatively vocal. You know, you follow Floyd closely. Floyd has given, you know, Conor more credit than he typically gives an opponent, and I think it's largely because he's dealing with an opponent that brings a lot to the table, business-wise and market-wise. So I think there's a level of respect for how he's built his audience and what he's delivering to this promotion. But there's also a level of disrespect and a level of animosity that has been building. And you can't, I think, again, you followed Floyd, he has mellowed over the years. He's, you know, he's not the trash talker that he was, you know, 5-10 years ago. But I think halfway through Conor's stand-up comedy routine in Los Angeles, you know, he dug down deep and he said, look, I'm not going to let this pass without comment.
The undercard from there with Backlash was pretty recent. I know that Showtime doesn't have control of that, so that was sort of a co-agreement with you know. How much will you push to make sure that the undercard here is going to help Showtime's future fight cards and get some exposure on this? And it wasn't a lifetime problem.
Well, you know, I'm really happy that Tank Davis is on the undercard. He is, I think, one of the most entertaining, exciting young fighters in the sport, and he's also one of Floyd's. So I think he will be matched well, and I think that's a great opportunity for him. And I think it's a fight that, you know, casual fans and MMA fans will appreciate. The last I heard, there's going to be plans for at least one more title fight, and we're looking at an opening fight that should be, you know, should provide action. So I think there's a conscious desire to make this something that is satisfying to the boxing fans, knowing that there is some backlash among the boxing hardcore.
How you doing, Steven? This is right here to you, right? My question to you is, will there be an all access to Mac Life versus the Life? And if so, how many episodes? Because what, we're about 42 days away from the fight?
42 days. So there will be an all access. It does premiere on July 28th. So it'll be July 28th and 3 Fridays following that, 10 p.m. on the 28th. And I believe Conor's crew he's got a separate crew that's also doing Mac Live. And Floyd's got a separate crew that handles his sort of in-house production. So there's not going to be any shortage of sort of preview behind the scenes material between those three groups.
Okay, so my question is, so Floyd is going to be doing his Showtime All Access, and then Conor McGregor is going to be doing something.
No,
I guess
we're actually, Conor is participating in All Access as well.
But there's also going to be something for the UFC on Fox Sports, I guess?
They're doing a range of different programming there as well, and they're also doing an embedded, which they'll announce the plans of that. That's typically a fight-week digital production. So the plan is, much like the fight, both entities, as between Showtime and UFC, bring things to the table and have strengths, and the goal is to combine those two.
There are other programming elements for the fight and fight week that we'll get to after we get through press tour. We know that there are some things swirling around, not everything's locked down, but we'll make a big announcement about all the programming and a number of networks that are involved working together to televise stuff for the pay-per-view.
So there's going to be 4 episodes.
4 episodes. 28th, the night before, Friday night.
Any chance we'll see Badu Jack on the undercard?
It's something that Floyd sort of mentioned. He's been working toward it, and it's very possible. I know that's someone who's come up often, but not confirmed like Tank Davis is.
How you doing, Stephen? Michael O'Regan from the Irish News. Why are we going to London tomorrow and not Ireland?
It's a question I've gotten quite a bit. My understanding was it's really.
Flying afraid?
No, it has more to do. It has more to do with really the media center, and regardless of whether it's who the UK broadcaster is.